sure my... Hello, hello, hello? Okay, good. Audio is good. Yo, what's up, fellas? Trying to get the, let's see, top 10, top 10 valuable. Trying to find, I don't see TCG right now. I see the hobby bin. I don't see TCG. Usually it just pops up. I guess just go straight to TCG. Um, TCG player. Alright, so we got Pokemon, English. I've never gone to the actual site, so I don't know. They probably haven't made the list yet, but it's on the website if you filter it. All filters. Let's see, here we go. We got language, Pokemon. Journey Together. So we got Journey Together. Cards. And then I'm assuming we could do rarity. Card type. Cards only filter. Price high to low. Where do you see that? Was it back in here? Availability, printing, condition, set, card type. I don't see price high to low. Sort. Sort and view on the right of the tabs. Ah, price high to low. There we go. So if we do it this way, I don't think you're going to be able to see it. I don't know if I can move my camera. I don't think I can move my camera. Oh shit, I can move my camera. Okay, so there's Lily's Clefable, or Clefairy. Then you got N Zoriak. So a lot of these cards already went down. A lot of these cards already went down, but this is the #1 card right now, Lily's Clefairy. Then you got N's Zoroark, N Zoroark EX, and then you got the Salamant EX. Then you got Iono's Belly Bolt. I know it's hard for y'all to see. I can't get... Yeah, I can't do it. It won't let me. That's as far as I can go to the right. That's as far as I can go to the right. On the OBS. It won't let me go any further. So that's the best we can do for right now. We have Iono's Belly Bolt right here. You have Hop Zycan, Articuno, which this is becoming one of my favorites. Let me see, can I do something over here where I shrink? Let me go back. Then you have Volcanion EX and Zoroark EX Gold card. Iono's Belly Bolt EX Gold card. Market price? Yeah. So market price has this at $244, has this at $149, $122, $96. But people are listing them a little lower. $90, $40. Then you got En's Reshiram. Yo, En's got some pretty sick Pokemon, yo. So those are the top, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the top 10. But I'm wondering if I go to the second page, will it show the next ones? Yep, there's the Wailord. There's the Wailord. I'll tell you right now, I pulled that at the hotel on Friday night, you know, foreshadowing. And it looked perfect, so I sent it off to get graded. So I don't have it to show you, so that's why I'm telling you. You have Lily's Clefable EX, the other Lily's card. Journey Together stamped and Rushman. So I'm assuming that's one of the promo cards you can get, or is that the card you get from I think that's a card you get from the special booster bundle. Then you have Iono's Kilowattrel, and Zoroark EX, the Lily's Riombi, the Noibat, the Furret, Hops Wooloo, Hops Zycan, and I'm not gonna keep going. That's pretty much the top 20 cards. This right here is a chase card. Sorry, I can't get it further into frame. I can't open my screen up more on on the thing. Oh, that's a picture of my dog, Kahlua. We had to put her down a few years back. So let me get into my story. This weekend, I went to Fort Lauderdale. It started off very early. Collecticon was in Fort Lauderdale this weekend, and that was a pretty massive, you know, show. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna share the stream. It started off on Friday night. Since my wife took off, we went to my Target. Wasn't 100% expecting to do that, but at the same time, I was expecting to do that. So, Collecticon, Show and Tell, and Ripping, Journey Together. Okay, that's good enough. Post. So, we went to the Target. We got to the Target at 3:18 in the morning. Okay, we woke up at 2:30, finished packing the car, grabbing what we needed for the weekend, and we headed out. Went to Target and got to Target 3:15 in the morning. There was already 5 people there. So there's one kid that he works at Disney Springs, and what he's been doing the last couple of weeks, he gets out at midnight and drives straight to the Target and gets there by 1 o'clock in the morning, and then he just sleeps in his chair. Like, come on, man, really? It's not that serious. It's really not this serious. So he and then the second guy he got there like 1:30. So already by 1:30 in the morning there was 2 people at Target lined up. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Then the family got there, the husband and wife, they live across the street. They got there at like 2:30, quarter to 3, and they were 3rd and 4th in line. And then some 13-year-old kid, okay? 13-year-old kid. I didn't think people were doing this nowadays. Back in the day, you can let your kid rock. Go, see ya, come back, bye. And you could just go and be gone for hours and then just come back by dinner time. And it was all good. It was all good. Nowadays, it's scary to do that shit. This 13-year-old kid, his mom let him go to that Target at 2:30 in the morning by himself, not knowing anybody that was there. Majority of us know each other. Some of us have our own, we've shared numbers. We've contacted each other outside of going to Target on Fridays. We've done trades. We've met up at trade nights. And like, we know each other. Plus, we're older. 13-year-old kid was just sitting there by himself at 2:30 in the morning. Me and my wife showed up at 3:15, 3:20. We were 6th and 7th in line. And I was like, that's nuts. This is the earliest I've ever been to Target, and I'm still not top 5, you know? And lately, the drop days, at least for Prismatic, the drop days, the days that shit dropped, like the ETBs dropped, the booster box dropped, the surprise boxes dropped, they didn't get a lot of shit. 2, 4, I think at the most they got 6 one time. They got more shit like the further weeks after that. But the day of the drops, scarce. I think they only had 6 ETBs day one. They only had like 6 or 8 surprise boxes day one, or 4 surprise boxes day one. They only had like 8 booster bundles day one. Like, it's scarce. The tins, I think they only had 1 or 2 cases, which is like 8 or 24 day one. So I was nervous. How did you go for the other products? I didn't see anything else. Okay, so hold on. So, I was nervous because I'm like, bro, 6 and 7, there's a chance that we ain't gonna get Journey to nothing. Okay? So we're just waiting. We get in there, and the way our Target does it, we line up, we get their honor system, you know who you were there behind, about 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes before they actually open, we go to the front door, because we usually line up where the benches are, off to the side. Like, we don't stand in front of the door. We brought our own chairs, you kind of hang out and shit. Then when we go into the line, customer service, that's right there. Just to the left of that is where they have all the cards. But we line up like off to the side of customer service in the same numerical order that we got there, to wait. The guy shows up, he brings all the Pokemon shit to behind customer service. And you're allowed 1 SKU of everything per person. So meaning this product has 1 SKU, a single pack. ETB has 1 SKU, so that's 2 SKUs. So you're allowed 1 of every SKU, so 1 of every product that is available, no matter if it's Journey or Prismatic or shit. Sometimes they put One Piece back there. Last week they put some Locrana stuff back there. So whatever product they have of Pokemon, they put behind the counter. It could be Temporal Forces, ETBs, whatever, tins, it don't matter. They put it behind the counter, and when you go up, you say 1 of everything, or I want specific this, and this, and then that's all they give you. Or you get 1 of everything. Then you can go to the back of the line, and if there's enough shit, you can double, triple, quadruple up. There's been times where people go through the line 4, 5, 6 times. That hasn't happened in a while because usually now the average, by the time we say the word go, there's usually 30 people in line. So haven't had that much product to get to 30. However, this drop was insane. They had 26 ETBs. They had 24 booster bundles. They had like 400 single packs. They had the 3-pack blisters. They had like 40 or 50 of those, 30 or 50 of those. The single pack blisters, they had like 80 of those. I mean, they had shit. They had a lot of shit. They also had a ton of Surging Spark singles. And I think that's it. They didn't have no prismatic stuff. They had a lot. We got the mother load. That was the biggest drop that we've gotten at Target since prismatic dropped, and we've been doing this every Friday. Now, this is the Friday I brought my wife, which means I get 2 of everything, what they're going to give us. So normally it's 1 SKU of each, but because they had so many singles, we were allowed 1 ETB, 1 booster bundle, 1 blister of each, because since there was 2 blisters, single blisters, but they were different promos, they were separate SKUs. So they let us get 1 of each. Plus the 1 3-pack blister, we were able to get 1 of each of those. But with the singles, they were letting us get 5 each in 1 shot. And Surging Sparks, they were letting us get 2 each in 1 spot. So, first go around, I get mine, Kat gets the same shit. So off rip, I wound up with 2 ETBs, 2 booster bundles, and 4 single pack boosters, 2 3-pack boosters, and 2 of the Surging Sparks single packs, and then we went to the back of the line. By the time we got back up to the line, all they had left was the single pack boosters, which again we got 1 of each, so that was another 4 single pack boosters, and then they had singles still, so we got another 10 singles. So I wound up getting 20 Journey Together singles, 8 single blisters, 4 3-pack blisters, 2 boosters, and 2 ETBs. Plus, I got 2, 4, 6, 8 single Surging Sparks packs. So now, the second we left Target Friday, we drove straight to Fort Lauderdale. Okay? We went straight to Fort Lauderdale, went to the hotel, unpacked, did whatever we had to do. I made the decision. At the time, I felt like all this stuff was going to be expensive, just like Prismatic. So I'm like, I'm going to open up all the single stuff. So I wasn't going to open up the ETBs, and I wasn't going to open up the booster bundles. My idea was take that to the show and utilize them as trade to get more money. My mind is like, oh, I could easily get $120 for this ETB, just like the Prismatic. Nah. Because they were only selling on Marketplace, and what I've seen people selling them online was only for like $60, $65, $70, $60. So I'm like, I paid $50 for this. $10 isn't enough for me to not open it. Okay? If I get at least $100 for it, okay, I could justify doubling my money. Cool. But for $10, I'd rather keep the shit. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to see what I get out of these rifts. And I told my wife, if I get $400 in card value out of these single packs, I'm opening the ETB and I'm opening the booster bundles. She was cool with that. Off rip, we're at the hotel. So now it's Friday night. We just finished eating. We went out. We did what we had to do. Went to the stores. Blah, blah, blah. We're at the hotel. We're finally at the hotel. Time to rip the packs. But guess what? It's also time for SmackDown. So if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you saw the pic. You saw the pic of the whole spread on the hotel bed. I had the ETBs, the booster bundles, the single packs, everything right there. And then I had SmackDown on the background. Ripping packs and wrestling, baby. It was a great night. So I put the ETBs and the booster bundles to the side and went to town. My wife opened up her little Krana. She got 5 or 6 packs of little Krana so she can open up her little Krana. Because she started doing that. So I started opening these packs. And boy, let me tell you, the hits were coming. Quick. First card I got. It was like 5th or 6th pack. So altogether, it was 34 packs. So I almost had a booster box worth of packs open out of just all my singles and blisters. That's it. It was just my singles and blisters. 34 packs. Pack 5, boom. I pull what was the 3rd highest card, but now the 2nd highest card in the pack, Ends Zororic, sitting right now at $150 market price, but there's 84 listings. Well, it says 84 listings from $99.99, so that's probably people just trying to get this off their hands really quick. So pack 4 or 5 off rip, boom. And I remember this being a top card because at Target, we were just looking at it all. Oh, this is a big hit, this is a big hit, this is a big hit, this is a big hit. So I saw this card and I went, there's no way. So I looked it up right away, boom. So here you go. I said, babe, at the time, this was like $200, and it already dropped down to $150. Probably going to go down a little bit more because the hits in this thing is crazy. Royal was hitting me up with the hits he got. He got 2 Clefairies, 2 Lily Clefairies, which is the top card. What else you got? You got the Articuno. Didn't you got 1 or 2 of these Salamence EXs. You got the Yano's Belly Bolt. You got one of those Articunos, which I want really bad. You got 2 of these, I thought, right? Didn't you get 2 of these? Ends Risharum or something like that? You didn't get 2 Clefairies? So what did you get 2 of? I know you got 2 of something of the Lily's Clefairies. You got 2 of something, I thought, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. So I pulled that, and then I pulled one of these, which is the other Lily's Clefairy, which at the time, 2 of the restrooms, but 1 is a promo from the box. Ah, okay. At the time when I looked, this one also was worth like $175 and $180. Now it's worth like $30. It's dropped that much in one freaking day. Like, drastically. Then I pulled this guy, Salamence EX, which this isn't the top Salamence, but this is the second out Salamence. That's not in the top 10. I think it's in the top 20. Then I pulled the second one, and I was like, oh my god, sweet. So my mind is going, trade bait, trade bait, trade bait, trade bait. But then when I saw how it dropped so fast, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to hold on to these and see what happens. Then I pulled another Clefairy, Lily's Clefairy EX, which was the other Lily's because it's a lot more. But I got 2 of these now, which is good because I can trade one, keep one. You know, if one's in good condition, I can send it off. And then on one of my last packs, I pulled the Lycanroc. I think this one's in like the top 20, top 25, I believe. Or that might just be one of the cards. So that's all the hits I got out of 36 packs. It's pretty sad to see how fast the value dropped. But because of hit rates, and then my friend Amber, who's one of my Target buddies, she also has a channel, Amberowski on YouTube and IG if you want to follow her. She's pretty awesome. She sent me her hits, and it was just same shit. Like she was just getting hit after hit after hit. And I'm just like, yo, what the hell, man? And sure enough, because all of a sudden, I don't know if they felt bad because of the way Prismatic happened, that they just let us eat, or I'm hoping what happened is I'm hoping that it's like a first run, like here, just flood the market, let them open up, let them get hits because we feel bad for Prismatic. But then when the second run of product starts coming out, it's going to get a little tougher. I hope it does get a little tougher because everyone complained about Surging, everyone complained about Prismatic, but now Journey is a little too easy to get hits, if that makes sense. Especially if I'm opening up 2 ETBs today and 2. It's because they took away A-Spec cards that influence hit rates a lot. Yeah, but not every set has A-Specs though, I thought. I didn't think every set has A-Specs. So, I don't know. But even the last one, they took away illustration rares and gave you the Master Balls, and people complain that there's no illustration rares, and it's tough. So, just because they took away the A-Specs, they still got the illustration rares in there. I don't know. I'm not going to believe that that's the reason why. I don't think so. Because they took out the illustration rares from Prismatic, and Prismatic is atrocious. So, started with Twilight, and hit rates got more difficult. Yeah. So I hope that the hit rates slow down in a month or so to where some of these volumes go up. Otherwise, because I went in on Journey, I spent quite a bit of money that Friday morning. I think we spent like $400 that morning, and I was expecting to like get my money's worth just on the ETBs and the booster boxes. But then when I saw after day one, now they just plummeted. I'm like, fuck. So anyway, now Saturday hits, which by the way, here's the ETB. We're gonna be ripping this. I already have it open, but Saturday hits. We go to the card show. Remember, I had shirts made. Follow SteelsBeGaming, and Journey hit rates aren't as good as pre-Twilight sets, but easier than post-Twilight sets. Well, if hit rates were easier than well, I don't know, because wasn't Paradox Rift and Temporal Forces, wasn't that before Twilight? Because I almost feel like those are that easy. Like, nothing's been easy. The easiest set that I've gotten hits from is Crown Zenith. That is the easiest set that I've gotten hits from. So, to me, this is the easiest that I've gotten hits. Especially top 10 hits. To have like 3 or 4 of the top 10 hits already? Expect you too? Like, that's... I don't know. So, Saturday we go. I had shirts made. Follow SteelsBeGaming for a free mystery pack. Me and my wife spent a lot of time putting together these mystery packs. We took like 200-something mystery packs. Fast forward to the end. It was not as successful as I thought. People were looking at the shirts. People saw the mystery packs in the bag. Nobody was asking questions. Nobody was like, oh, follow what? This and that, da-da-da. Like, I really thought we wouldn't even get halfway through the damn show, and I'd have them shits gone already, because, you know, people are interested. They see, oh, yeah, I'll do anything for a free pack. You know, the vibe, it's Pokemon. There's Pokemon, you know, the Comic-Con is here, this and that, da-da-da. Nothing. People were looking. People were reading. The first person that said something was a table that I was making a deal with. The guy was like, "Oh shit, your channel, da 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 da." We got to talking. He's like, "Yo, I'll do it, no problem." Boom, and he followed me. He got a pack for his son. He opened it. He's like, "Yo, this is solid." Cause I gave away decent cards. This is solid. My kid will love it. I gave him a second pack because I had a shit ton. My wife started just handing them out, leaving them places and stuff like that. At the end, I was like, you know what? I don't want to go home with this shit. It was this was a bust. It didn't work out the way I thought. So I literally grabbed gigantic handfuls, and as I'm walking through, here, want a pack? Want a pack? Want a pack? Oh yeah, thanks. Oh yeah, thanks. Great, thanks. Yeah. Oh yeah, great, thanks. Yeah. Oh, when you're putting them in your face saying free pack, everybody's about it. But when you walk around with a shirt that says follow for a free pack, everyone was like, nobody wanted to fuck with you. But as I'm throwing packs around, I mean, I'm just like fucking slinging packs. I was making it rain. Just making it rain with them packs. Everyone was like, yeah. Thanks. Handing them kids, handing them adults. Just walking by, just here. Just stuff it in the here. Just take it. I don't want it. Here, just take it. I don't want it. Finally, a group of like 5 or 6, you know, like, I want to say like 18 to 20-year-olds. As I'm walking by, I handed out a pack that goes, oh, wait a minute, hold up, stop. He read the shirt. Yo, no problem. Like 6 or 7 people right there. They were a big group. I got you. Da-da-da. The other thing that sucked, no fucking service. Service was trash. Service, that's what I thought. Put the channel's name on the packs, and then we could just leave them around and hand them out. But we didn't have time for that. That would have been more money trying to get like stickers on it or trying to figure it out. Like, it is what it is. Maybe we'll do that next time. Maybe we'll try that next time. I'll have the shirt still anyway because we got them made. Maybe we'll do that, and then I'll get stickers or like little tabs that you can write on, and it'll say SteelsBeGaming, follow SteelsBeGaming or something like that, because that'll be more beneficial. But most of the people are just going to rip the packs, look at the cards, and throw the shit away anyway. So is it really going to be worth it? I don't know. So that group, what they did was, one of them out of the 6 was able to get service, and they followed me. And they took pictures of my shirt. Did they follow? I'll tell you. Before I went till now, I got 3 followers. So I went from 35 to 38. It is what it is. People were happy. I handed out packs. Kids were happy. You know, whatever. Hopefully, you know, that good juju, you know, pays itself forward. If it does, it does. If it don't, it don't. Now, we got this little promo card from one of the vendors that had the Fort Lauderdale stamp in it. They sold like special custom deck boxes and like play mats and shit like that had these like cat waifu pictures on them and shit. So this is kind of like a remembrance. Hey, you were here at the card show. You could only get this card at that card show, and I got 2 of them. So maybe this will be something someday. I don't know. Who knows? So let's talk about my trades. So I got rid of I couldn't get rid of the football cards because there was nothing there. And what's his name? My one expensive football card that was like $45-50 was Anthony Richardson, but he had showed me that because he had such a shitty season, his card tanked. He said the last card sold for $15, and you can see at the start of the season he was like 200. Then it went down to 120. Then it went down to 80. Then it went down to 65, and then it went down to 50. And now the last card that sold was $15. So he's like, actually, I'm sorry, but I'm just not gonna pass. I'm like, he's like, I'd rather not give you the money and go home with that card because he basically has to have a turnaround season. Because that's how sports cards work. I didn't know that, but sports cards actually depend on the person in real life. So like depending on you in real life, if you are playing good, your card's worth more. If you're playing bad, your card tanks. So it's not like Pokemon where it's just like oh, people just want that card because it's beautiful or it's playable in the game, so the value's gonna go up. They literally are like, oh, that guy had a shitty year, so we don't want his card. So then his card tanks. It's crazy how that happens, but that's how it happens. So I went to one guy. It said up to 90% trade-in. Of course, anytime you go to a card show, if you've never been to a card show, the first person you go to, make sure that's the best person you go to, the person that's going to give you the most percentage for your trade-in. You're almost never going to get 90%. Unless it's a really high-end top card. Even then, sometimes they'll try to nickel and dime you. I found one place that says 25% extra bonus for trade-in. So basically, they're trading in. You're going to get the most you can get from this guy. Cash, it depends on the card, up to 90%. He wound up giving me 87%. So that's pretty good, close to 90. Anything close to 90% is really good. But of course he took all my top cards, like 15 of my top cards off rip, and that's what's going to happen. The second you go, the first person you go to, they're going to take all your top cards. That's just how it is. So make sure you go to your guy that you feel or know that you are going to get 100% of what you're going to get. Because if you go to a guy that's only giving you 80%, 20%, or not 20, not like 65%, 7%, you just waste your time. So I found a guy. He was really cool. He took some cards. It was only like $220 worth of cards. So I was reluctant. I decided not to sell my Squirtle and my Bulbasaur, the Squirtle in the bathtub shooting the water, like the pool, not the bathtub, the pool shooting the water with the Pidgeys, and then the Squirtle on top of the sink, you know, with the Pidgeys. I kind of really wanted to keep those, but those are $50 cards. So I was like, what do you do if I throw these in? He gave me 100% on those 2 cards because they were bigger, easier to move cards. So it took it from like 202 to 305 or 311. 311 is what he gave me just by adding those 2 cards. Now that's trade. If it was cash, it would have been a hell of a lot less. He said this is trade. So my idea was take 10, 15, 20 of my cards and try to get one bigger card that I could try to sell later. It'll be easier to sell one bigger card, at least in my eyes, than a couple of little cards because they got to fit what they got. If they got a lot of them, they're not going to want them. If they're lower end, they might not want them. So I made my first trade off rip for this guy here. PSA 10, Charizard VMAX or V-Star. This is from the Ultra Premium Collection. It is Charizard fighting Mewtwo. It's a 1 of 2 card. There is a second card to this one. I might have that one too. Foreshadowing. So this was my big first purchase. I did have to throw a little bit more on top, a couple of bucks, $20, $30 on top. But this card compared to the card I could have gotten, and then another smaller card, I feel like I would have had more value trading this than the other 2 cards. So this was my first trade, and I felt like it was a pretty big success. I traded like 10 or 12 cards, plus like $30 on top to get this card. And I was happy with this, okay? Because I was like, this card will be easy to move, and I'm pretty sure because of this card, I should be able to get 90% on trading on this. So if it's 360, which I think the value is actually like 340, because you know he got to upsell, they got to make their money. So I think the value of this is actually 340. I should get at least like 290 cash, 300 for this one easy. I should, even if I sell it on marketplace, I should get 300 for this easy. So then I went to a couple other places. So now my big cards are gone. Now all I have in my binder, and this binder holds like 350 cards or something like that, 300 cards, 250 to 300 cards, was all like $1, some Japanese shit, $1 to like $25. So, and then there was the 2 Umbreon promos that were like $50 a piece. But other than that, everything was like in that $15 to $20 range. I'll say average, $15 to $20, $15 to $20. So a lot of times it's hard to get rid of those cards. Those cards will be easy to trade because there's always people looking for their PCs, their personal collections. All those $5, $10 like EXs, like you know those rare and double rare EXs and stuff like that. Those cards are easy to trade, not necessarily sell. So I went to one guy. He looked through. He goes, yeah, and I had a lot of full art trainers. You know, $2 here, $5 here, $6 there, and one guy was like, I'm sorry, no disrespect, but there's nothing in here that like will benefit me because I just don't either want to put money into it or, you know, I'm like, no, that's no big deal. I get it, you know. I already went to one guy, he took all the big cards, so I already knew it was going to be hard to sell all this lower end shit. So I went to another guy, same thing. He's like, I might be interested in one, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to just dump one card. Like, I'd rather keep that in the value because then someone else might be like, all right, I'll do all these cards because I want this one. He's like, I understand. Then I went to one guy. And a lot of times when I'm walking around, there's a lot of vendors. If they're just sitting there like this, or they're just stuffing their face, or they're just not even looking and they're on their phone, I'm just like, if you don't have time to like interact, I don't have time to try to sell you shit. So I just keep going. And if a person's quick to try to strike up a conversation, instant comfortability, you feel comfort. You're like, okay, this guy's interactive. He wants you to come over, strike up a chat. Worst case scenario, you don't have something they want. You keep it pushing. It is what it is, you know. I was really happy with my one trade. At that point, I'm like, even if I don't get rid of anything, I think I sold my two one-piece promos for $5, and then like one other card for another like $8 or something like that. A couple of low-end shit. And I think I sold one other card for $20, something like that. Then I went to this guy. He was really nice, really interactive. Went talking to him. He had some decent cards. He didn't have a lot, but everything he had was pretty much graded PSA 9, PSA 10. A lot of it was Japanese though. And I didn't notice it. You gotta be careful. A lot of times these cards are Japanese, and you look at it and you're like, oh, that's kind of affordable. But then it's affordable because it's Japanese. And if you don't pay attention and you don't want Japanese shit, you just bought a Japanese card. Same artwork, same card, same everything. It's just it's not an American. And usually American cards are like at least triple the amount that Japanese cards are. So the guy, I hand him my book, and he started flipping through. He goes, what in here is for sale? Like, what do you want to get rid of? He thought that was just like a personal collection binder or whatever. You know, sometimes people don't want to get rid of a lot of shit. And I'm like, everything. That whole book is for sale or trade. He goes, everything? I was like, yeah. He's like, you want to get rid of all of them? I'm like, well, yeah, if I can get rid of all of them, that's beneficial. That's why I brought them, because this is the stuff I don't mind getting rid of. I know some of that's lower end shit, but it's a lot of $20, $30 cards. He goes, that's what we want, and that's what we need. He's like, let me make a phone call, because I want all of them. And I was like, oh, shit, bet. So he was like the worker. He didn't own the booth. So he called the guy that owned the booth. He came down. Still learning this shit, guys. He asked, do you have a list? I guess a set list. Whenever you go to these shows, you should have a set list of knowing what all your cards are worth and just, you know, a total price of what you would want I didn't know that. I told him, no, sir, I'm sorry. I'm still kind of new at this and that, da da da. That first guy was a guy that read my shirt, and he followed me for his kid. The story I said earlier, that, oh, the guy followed me, and they gave him a pack, and he liked it, and I gave him a second pack. This is the guy I did business with. See? That's how you get comfortability. If that's not a word, I just made it a word, comfortability. You know, you feel comfortable, you trust the situation, and you don't mind doing business, you know? He followed me. I gave him a mystery pack. We did some business. That's how it should go, you know. Comfort, yeah, but I want to add a little extra. You know, I gotta have a little oomph. Comfort just doesn't do it for me. I gotta have that little extra on the end. But anyway, so he calls this guy over. His guy pulls out every card that's left in my binder. Comfort EX. I like it. All right, Comfort EX. Let's go. I need some Comfort EX. He pulls out every single card in my binder. He had 2 stacks this big next to each other of cards, and then he pulled out all the Japanese and put that to the side. There was a couple other cards that were like in the scent side, like some of those Astral Radiance, like gold Argagas freaking cards, or like those Argagas V-Star cards that aren't worth shit, that he kind of put that to the side too. He was like, I'll finagle those in there, but they're not worth anything at all, like 30 cents, 80 cents, maybe $1.25. But that's fine, bro. If you give me 80 cents for a $1.25, $50 card, like, I'd rather just throw that 50 cents in there. That's taxes, bro. That'll cover tax. He started laughing. So he pulled out every single card and started. He had a list on his phone, however he does it. Boom, looked it up, added to the list. Looked it up, added to the list. So he did 1 stack, and I was like, let me guess, you're at like a couple thousand, right? He goes, yeah, 138. And I was like, 138? That's it? You just went through like 30 cards. 35 cards, bro. And you're only at 138. I was like, yeah, I don't know if this is going to be worth it, bro. But then he said, yeah, those are a little low-end stuff. Some of the higher cards over here. I'm like, yeah, I know those 2 promos are around the $50 mark. So he threw the promos in there, did a bunch of other shit. He went through every single card. And then, like, the Japanese stuff and, like, those low-end cards, there was, like, 30 of them. He was like, I'll do an average of $2 a card here. So he's like, I'll throw in another $50 for the rest of the Japanese cards. Which it was, like, another 20 cards. 15 to 20 cards. An extra $50. Some of the cards might have been $5 or $6, but a lot of them were pennies. You know, 30 cents, 80, 25 cents, $1.30. So when I say he cleared me out, this is my trade binder. Okay? This is my trade and sell binder. This was full. And then Leighton Gaming took 30 cards, and I put 30 more in there. Then I went to trade night and traded about 20 more cards. I put 20 more cards in there. Then I had a stack of cards just sitting on top because there wasn't enough room. Empty. Gone. Done. No cards in there. Total value came out to $690. He put it at $700. My mind went to, fuck, $700, baby, yeah! I could take $500 cash. I could spend $400 to get some of these bigger cards. Totally forgetting that that's the sale price before the percentage. So he goes, I'm going to be honest with you. This is really helping me out because he had no product. He just needed product. And a lot of those $30 cards are really easy to sell because a father with his son that just wants to come up, ooh, I like that Snorlax there. Oh, okay, that's a $15 card. Oh, that's not that bad. I could pay $15 for my kid to be happy. So a lot of times it's not all about the big card. A lot of times it's not all about the big shiny, you know, PSA 10 graded slabs. A lot of times it's about the $20, $30, $15 cards that the parents don't mind buying their kids because that's their favorite Pokemon. They're not going to go up there and buy a $600 card, $500 card, $100 card. So he's like, I'm going to give you a really good deal for this. He only gave me 80%. But think about it. A lot of those cards, like I said, were $1 or less. Some of them cards were. Average of $20. I would say average of $15 to $20. So 80% I felt was fair. So 80% out of 700 was $590 or 5 something. Okay, so there was one card I saw in there that I wanted for Two reasons. One, because it's beautiful. And two, because it matches this one, baby! So here's the other card. This is the sister card to this card. So I did a little research. This card came out first in the Ultra Premium Collection. It came out in 2022, okay? In 2023, for Crown Zenith, I'm assuming the same artist was like, you know what? Let me make the second perspective. So if you look at this card, it's at the perspective of Charizard fighting Mewtwo. It's probably kind of hard to see over here, but this is Mewtwo kind of setting up his Kamehameha wave. And you can kind of see around, there's like a little thing over here and just all the other stuff around the outside. Now this card is the exact same card basically, but from Mewtwo's perspective. So you see Charizard's a little smaller, and you can kind of see the rock formations down here. There's a little blue dude over here somewhere who's over here as well. So this became like a top sought after duo because you have two perspectives of the same fight. Genius idea, absolutely love the idea. Had to have this card. So as you can see, he had it there for 270. So he took 270 away from the 5 whatever, and it came out to 290. All right. So I told him, like, bro, can you just do 300 cash? Nice big bold number. Nice big bold number. 300 cash. I take the slab. That's only like 80.5%. You know, I mean, I understand you're taking this and this and that, but you know, give or take a little bit. I'm not asking you to jump up to 85% or nothing like that. It's just $10. Just make it a bold $10. You're taking all my cards. Let's go. He goes, let's flip for it. Bang! Bro, that made me so happy. That made me so happy because I watch a lot of TikToks of trading with cards, sneakers, a lot with sneakers, you know, Culture Kicks and the guy from LA, Rami. I watch a lot of their videos and stuff like that. And they're always doing trades and coin flips, mystery box with coin flips. So once he said coin flip, he's like, yo, coin flip me for the $10. Fuck, let's do it. If I win, it's 300. If I lose, it's 290. Regardless, it is what it is. It's only $10. Let's do it. So I gave him one of my EV coins that I had in my pocket. He gave it to his partner to do the flip. He started to do the flip, and then the guy next to him was like, here, use this. Bro, he must have threw like a 5-pound freaking coin. That shit's like, BAM! I was like, oh my God, that shit's heavy. It hurt me hitting the damn shelf. He's like, no, I want to use this instead. So he flipped the first coin, and I said tails. But then he caught it and said, no, I want to use this coin. This coin, I love using this coin. And I was like, okay. We didn't see if it was heads or tails. It wasn't official. I'm fine with that. I'm not going to start him. You want to flip that one? Fine. So he flips that one. I switched to heads. And it was heads. Your boy won the flip. First flip ever. $10 extra. Boom. So I got $300 cash and this Mewtwo card for everything that was in my binder. And like I said, it was majority of just like $15 or $20 cards that would be really hard to move. Those would be a lot more easier to trade. So I feel like that was a huge win. I wound up getting damn near what 275. I got damn near like almost $550 to $600 in value just in 2 cards, plus $300 cash to put towards my Vegas funds. So the wife was happy because that's the whole point of this. You know, try to do it somewhat as an investment, but have fun opening packs and shit like that. So as long as she sees money coming back in at times, she's happy. This is the second time because I already sold a bunch of cards to my game shop, and I came home. Hey, Vegas is in 2 weeks, bro. Oh, I cannot wait, son. 2 weeks. So a couple weeks ago, I came home with $200. You're going to Vegas? Yes, I'm going to Vegas. Why would you ask that? I'm going to Vegas with you in 2 weeks. So I came home with $200 a few weeks ago, $300 this week. So I've sold cards and put $500 back towards our funds and stuff like that. So, you know, that's good. But I'm still trading for other cards. There was a couple of cards that I kept. Now, the second I made this deal, and I'm like, babe, I got this card, and I look, $300 cash. We made some investment. We made some money back. This goes towards Vegas. And she goes, I want shirts. I was like, babe, we came here to make money. I got $600 in cards here. I can go sell these right now and probably come away with $500 on top of this. Or hold it and see if they gain value and sell them later. This was a make money investment part that you said needed to happen. Now you want to go buy shirts? Yep. I was walking around, and there's shirts I see I want to buy, and they have some in your size. And I was like, all right, let's go. So we go to a shirt guy. Not gonna lie, there was some pretty fire shirts. Here's one of them. It says Mountain Mew, but it's the Mountain Dew logo. Not bad, huh? Actually a pretty fire shirt. I liked it. And then I got another one back there. It's a Blastoise shirt that says Baja Blastoise, as in Baja Blast for Taco Bell. So it's like that aquamarine blue shirt with like the Baja Blast logo. Like it looks like Gatorade almost or whatever. And it's got Blastoise on it, and it says that she's got a Psyduck shirt that looks like the Starbucks logo. It says Starbucks coffee, but instead of Starbucks, it says Psyduck. So it says Psyduck's coffee, but it's the Starbucks logo. And then she got another shirt, Oops All Berries. So if you know Captain Crunch made a cereal, you know Captain Crunch cereal has the like the one cereal, the yellow corn cereal, and then it has like the little berries. But then they made a version called Oops All Berries, which is just the berries, which by far is my favorite Captain Crunch. I love just the berries. So it's the Oops All Berries logos, but it's all the EVs, and it says Oops All EVs. So it was pretty fire. So we got those 4 shirts. So there was $100. Supposed to be making money here, guys, and you know the wife wanted shirts, so we got shirts. Anyway, still come home with 4 shirts, $600 in slabs, and $200 cash to put towards Vegas. Can't be too mad at that. Anticipation is killing me, not gonna lie. I've been spending as little money as possible recently. I'm the opposite. Money's been flying everywhere, bro. We just came back from Fort Lauderdale. We bought a bunch of shirts for Vegas. I just got my Jacob Fatu shirt in this weekend, the one that says all gas, no brakes. I got it. It showed up. It's here. Can't wait. It fits great. So that was my weekend at Collecticon. I feel like it was a huge success. So now let's get into the other reason why we're here. I just spent 52 minutes going over that, but it was a lot to unpack. Now I have no cards, so pretty much my inventory is gone. Here's the sleeve. Actually pretty cool. It's got some pictures inside there. This is the sleeve to the ETB. I've already opened up the other one, so I know what's inside it. And here's the player's guide, so all the cards that are in this set are in here. And I like there's a lot of new Pokemon in here, because I hate that a lot of the sets have pretty much all the same freaking Pokemon, and I'm like, come on, man, like, I want something different. I want to see some different Pokemon, so there's some different Pokemons in here that I haven't seen before. So, here goes the packs. So again, this is 2 ETBs and 2 booster box worth. And here's the promo. This is Ends Zoria promo, pretty cool. And then obviously you get the energy, which is garbage. Here's the logo, sleeves. There's the sleeves. Let me put my book down here. So I got 2 of those now. Oh, and I sent 5 more cards to get graded to PSA. PSA was there, right in the front. There was no one. I walked right up to the guy. I sent 5 cards to get graded. He said I'll have them back by June. I still haven't gotten any notification that they've gotten mine yet from GameStop. It's been 3 weeks. But if them alone are saying from now till June, and that was the fastest I can get it, you know, it is going to take a while. So I sent 2 Umbreon promos from the surprise boxes. I sent the Whalmer that I got from Journey Together yesterday because that shit looked good. Royal, the Blastoise you sent me, it's on its way. It's going to get graded. You hear, all right, that shit looks mint. So that's going off to get graded. And my Iono's, what was it? Iono's, not Belly Bolt. The Iono one, I think from Surging Sparks? Was it Surging Sparks? Or Twilight? No. What's that Iono one? I don't remember what it was from. Where's my phone? Let me see if I can look it up really quick. My phone's gonna die. Collector. Damn, what was it? It was Iono's something. I don't remember. I know she's got the Belly Bolt, the Kilowattrel. Iono's. It is... Really? Here you go. Oh, from Paladay Evolve. It's just Iono. So I don't know if you can see it. This card, I don't know if you can see it. The light's probably too much. There you go. You can kind of see it there a little bit. The one where it looks like she's like at a restaurant eating, and you got the Pikachu pancakes or some shit like that, and the Eevee head. I sent that one off to get graded. If that's a 10, it's worth $183. Raw, it's 65. Raw, it's 65. So if it's a 985, so even though as a 9 it's still worth more than raw. So regardless, I feel it's gonna be a win as long as it's not a 8. So that's my whole weekend. I have 10 cards out right now getting graded. 10 cards out right now getting graded at PSA. Hopefully some of them come back at 10. That way, some of them I sent as a 10 to purposely sell because I got them just opening packs. I didn't buy them. So that's how a lot of times you get, you know, build your stock, you know. Get a handful of them, send them out to get graded. If they get 10s, then you use them. Oh, double. Then you utilize those to make trades. And that's what I did. I made 2 trades, and I traded a lot of cards to get bigger cards. So now I got those 2 big cards. You never know. At some point, if any of those 10s come back, I could take those 10s with these 2 10s and put it together, and I might be able to get like a... What if I get an Umbreon that's a 10, or you know, something, one of the Charizards that are a 10 or something like that. You know, just keep going up, and then getting something that if I do drop cash, it'll be a nice chunk of change. You know what I'm saying? Hops Wooloo, that's a top 20 card. Now, that's not a top 10 card, but that's a top 20 card right there. We just looked at it. Hops Wooloo. There we go. That, sir, is a hit. 2 packs in, and already a hit. That's an illustration rare, correct? I'm pretty sure that's an illustration rare, not a special illustration rare. But nonetheless, 2 packs in, and we already got a hit. I think when we were looking, it was only $10 or something like that. Illustration rare, yeah, it was only like $10. So here's pack 3. Let's get it. So 2 packs in, and I have, let's see, I open up 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 26. Pretty much 36 packs right here, so technically another booster box. This is pretty much the same amount I opened up on Friday at the hotel. And for those of you just joining, these were my hits. The number 2 card in this set, top 20 card, number 9 card or 8 card in the set, and I got 2 of those. And then this is, I think, a top 20 card as well, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 25. And now we are already two packs in, and we hit Hops Wooloo, Shellman, Rockruff, Weezing, Hops Choice Man. See, that Hops Wooloo would be a good card since it's only $10. Masquerada. Eventually send that off to get graded if it's in good condition. Let me look at it real quick. No, that's off-centered quite a bit. It's really thin on the left, slightly thin on the top, so that is not going to get graded at all. That'll be lucky to be a 9. How bad that is offside. So, what time is it? 12:30. Here we go. Looks like I might have something big back there. I don't know. Pupitar, Geodude, Audino. We got the Marowak, Brock Scouting, Virazin, Grimmsnarl. See, this is one I haven't seen yet. Gradent, and... Ooh, okay. Quality control ain't too good with this set. PSA 10s are going to be really valuable. Mamos Wines EX. 4 packs, 2 hits. Let me say that again. 4 packs, 2 hits. Pack 5. So is Pack 7 going to be the Lily's Clefable? I keep wanting to say Clefable, but Lily's Clefairy? That would be pretty sick if Pack 7 has Lily's. Pack 7 needs to redeem itself, man. It hasn't been good for a while. Pack 7 has not been good for a while. Magmar, Hops Wooloo, Beldum. There's an Articuno, but not the one that I want. Postwick, Cloth, Audino, Cumbaskin. Woo! Iono's Belly Bolt EX. So not the big one, but still a really cool looking card. And I guess after opening up all these packs, 60-something packs, this is going to be the next set that I go after for the complete set. I'm not going to... Actually, this is just the EX. This is a numerical one. So, well, that one I'll put later. Pack 6. Which sometimes, honestly, if you're doing sets, those EXs are hard to come by. Which, that was another thing I wanted to do at the show. Utilize some of my EXs and my Pokeballs that I have to get other Pokeballs that I don't have. But, I could tell my wife was just standing around. And, I mean, she supports everything that I do. But I also didn't want to force her to be there that long. We were there for a while. For 3 or 4 hours. So, took a while for me to look around and figure out exactly how I was going to attack it. Ends Reshiram. I wonder if these cards that have the stamps, if that's going to make those rares anymore. Because I have a box down there that's already filled. Here's Pack 7. That's already filled with 30-something packs worth of bulk. So although all my books are full, I have no space, so I'm gonna have to get another freaking binder. Wingull. Unless, you know what? I might utilize my other prismatic binder. Fuck it. Lotad, Rigorock, and a Tyranitar. Because I have another prismatic binder, the one that's cracked and broken, but I don't know. Maybe I might just get another. Check past trainer Pokemon cards. I think they do add value. Okay. Because I noticed some of them have that stamp, but some of them don't. So I'm wondering if they actually do make that. I mean, when I say value, it's probably going to be like $1 to, maybe $5, $3. I mean, it's not going to significantly add value to it. But see, Iona's Watchel, and it has her on there. Dude, I pulled 7 or 8 of these freaking Butterfrees Friday night. I have so many of those damn Butterfrees. It's ridiculous, bro. It is absolutely ridiculous. I think what I might do is take some of these doubles and extra cards, if I pull any, and take them to my card shop and try to get a booster box. Because I want to open up a booster box of this. I want to get that promo. So I will probably have to buy that one, because obviously we didn't get booster boxes. We didn't get booster boxes from Target. Our Target did not have booster boxes, so. Alright, here we go. Pack 9 or 10. Larvitar, Remoraid, Carablast, Hops Bag, Pangoro, Grimmsnar. We got Ens Clang. Dude, Ens got so many really good and cool freaking... Because I don't know a lot about these trainers, because I stopped watching pretty much. I still only know, like, Brock and Misty and, like, the original guys. Because I stopped watching Pokemon, I think, after the first season. like the main season. I don't think I went too far. Like I pretty much watched it until like the two big first movies came out, and then after that I kind of just dropped it for a long time, and then recently I started watching. There goes fucking Butterfree again. Recently I started watching it again. You know, like while falling asleep, something in the background, just throwing Pokemon. Which, crazy, by the way, the guy who sings the Pokemon theme song, he was at my card shop a couple months back, Pokemon Day, and signing autographs, and he sung the song and shit like that. He was there. Yeah, I've seen all the movies. Yeah. But I'm talking about like the original ones back in the day, like Mewtwo Strikes Back or the Mewtwo or something like that, and then there was another one. There was like 2 Pokemon movies back in the day that they came out with, the fully animated ones. But I actually like the live action one, the one where Ryan Reynolds was Pikachu. I think I heard they're gonna make another one. Ends Clink. We got the Nimble, Larvitar, Corviknight, Bennett, Pangro, Octillery, Larvester, and Lily's Clefairy EX. Nice. Another cool looking EX that'll definitely go good in the set. Because my brother goes back to work on Monday, and he already has some money. So there's a very good chance that my next package not only already is coming with 6 prismatic booster boxes, it's coming with whatever he can get on Monday. Hopefully, might come with a couple more of these ETBs and some more booster boxes. I might tell him just get me a bunch of freaking singles and whatever else, because those singles were on fire, bro. Iono's Kilowattrel, Iono's Wattrel, and Liner Rock. Those singles and those blisters, man, were on freaking fire. Because that's all I opened on Friday in the hotel, the ETBs and the booster boxes I saved till today. So this is 2 ETBs and 2 booster boxes worth of cards. Centric, Kufant, Trainer, Iris Fighting, Matang, Drampa, Norian. Alright, starting to cool off a little bit here. I mean, I don't need big hits, but I still want some hits. I'll take some illustration rares. I'll take some full arts. Give me something. These are big packs. Don't let the blisters outshine you, ETBs. You're supposed to be the ones to get besides booster boxes. Don't let single packs and blister. Hey, there's my second Lycanroc. I have one in this pile already that I pulled from Friday. There's my second one. Oh, I'm pretty sure they're going to get duds. I'm pretty sure not everything is going to be hit. That's why I have a feeling that eventually, I think people just got lucky on day one. At least that's what I'm hoping, because these need to go up. Like, I'm glad that I'm getting these hits already. I'm glad that I'm seeing there's a second one, so now I have one to trade. Again, this is a good situation where I could send one off to go get graded. You never know. If these go up, you know, 10s always drive up value. Even if it's from making a $5 card, a $50 card, if it only costs you, you know, $20, well, now in that sense, I don't know. Because sending it straight through PSA, all of those cards I sent were $25 a piece. Plus, I added an extra $2 per for them to wipe it before they send it. I added another $1 per for them to put the slabs into bags, so like that they were protected. I want to save the hits from today. Okay, so these top 3 were the hits from today. So it came out to like 100, 160, 150, something like that. But I didn't pay. He says, no, we charge at the end. And that's because if those cards come back at a high value, which I don't know how they would value the new cards. Which actually, the only new card I sent was the Whalmer. If it comes back at a higher value, then it's going to be even more. Octillery, Camarant, Lily's Pearl, Lotad, Spigarito. Oh, that's an EX. Ooh, Reshiram's EX. Alright, at least I'm getting different EXs, you know? That way I know it's good for my set. Big hit is coming soon. I hope so, Edwin. Your Juju has not been good for me lately. Your Juju has not been good. Also, we haven't had Pop in here in a while, so, you know, the three-headed Juju, that sounded a little weird, but, you know, Royal, Chevy, and Pop are like, when they're together, it's like the Power Rangers, you know. Hop's double. It's like the Power Rangers, you know. It's like, if you get a Blaziken EX, let me know. I'll trade for that. That's like a regular EX you talking about for the set, or are you talking about like one of the illustration rares or SIRs? Rockruff, Caterpie, Magmar, Hops Wooloo. Yeah, regular EX. Okay. Marketus, Toadschool. I have to look through what I opened on Friday. I don't know if I have it on there. What is it called? Blaziken. Honestly, I think I did open up something named the Blaziken. I don't know if it was an EX, a regular card, illustration rare, but I feel like I remember reading that card off while opening the packs. So, Sentret, Zora, Trippus, Swinub, Brock Scouting, Valcarana, Marowak, Carablast, Mousecrata. Ask for a Lily's Clefairy, bruh. Ask for a Lily's Clefairy, and I'm almost certain I did open this up on Friday. I am almost certain I opened that up on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. That card looks really familiar to me. Bro, ask for a Lily's Clefairy now, because that was wild. Literally 2 packs after you ask if I pull a Blaziken EX, let you know. I pull the Blaziken EX. Oh my god. And then like just the regular one. Sheesh. Trainer. Killiclang. Sandaconda. Got the Furret. Marcus. Give me a Lily's Clefairy too. And we got Hop Snorlax. SIR coming soon. I hope so. Maybe that should be a next shirt. Like a silhouette of Prismatic, like all the sad ones, Prismatic, Evolution Cries, and all that other shit. All the really sad sets that made people upset have like the shadowed outline of each one, and then it says SIR incoming or something like that, or SIR loading ... question mark. That would be pretty funny. Octillery. Lily's Riombi, but not the Lily's Riombi we would want. Not gonna lie, with how pull rates were on Friday with just the singles and the blisters, I was expecting to already hit 5 or 6 cards. Not gonna lie. Spigarito, Skill Cobra, Fungus. I don't think I've seen that one yet. Drumica, Cobberjaw, and Castle. Lechonk. Hops Trainer. Ooh, okay. This is the guy I saw. Volcanion EX. So it wasn't the Blaziken. So this is my second Volcanion EX. I remember seeing that guy Friday. So it wasn't the Blaziken. Alright, so this is the second pack, technically, since y'all type that. Let's go. Audino. Shit, I'll take any SIR. It doesn't have to be Lilies. Like, give me the Articuno. Give me a second ends, whatever that's called. Trainer. Whalmer. Dude, that Whalmer card is so beautiful. And a Magna Morta. That Whalmer card is gorgeous, too. I have a feeling that that card eventually might hit the top 10. Because once people have it and they start looking at it, bro, like, that shit looks incredible. Noibat. Geodude. And that's crazy because a lot of times there'll be a card that has, like, a ton of shit in it, and you can tell, like, a lot of thought and creativity. Look at that. Marticus. Maractus. There we go. Well, I pulled the, I did open up some football cards, 2 boxes in the last couple of weeks. You haven't been on my stream, just letting you know. I pulled the Anthony Richardson Dragon Scale rookie card, and I took it to my show, but because he had such a bad year, that even though it shows market value $45, because even he said, yeah, that checks out, the last one sold for $15. So he's like, I wouldn't even make you an offer because I wouldn't even want to take that card back home. He's like, I know I'm not going to sell it here, and I don't even want to have it. So he's like, just hold on to it. Hopefully he has a good year this year, and that card would be worth a lot more. And then I got this. I pulled a Jaden Daniels, but it's like the base silver on silver. But the guy said if I grade this, which I forgot to take to grade, I wanted to know if to get graded. He's like, if he has a couple of really good seasons in a row, he's like, this card, if it's graded a 10, should be worth a few $100s. Up towards a couple thousand, depending on how good of a season career he's having and stuff like that. So I forgot to send that off. I was going to take that as well, but I forgot to grab it last minute. Lyranok and a Metagross. Yeah, I know what you meant. But he also tanked in real life, too. Because he was not... And it's funny because I was not high on him at all coming out of the draft. Like, everyone was hyping him up so much. And I was like, I'm not feeling him the way they were talking about him. But I had him on my team. In my dynasty, I think at one point. And then I traded him. And then I wound up getting him back in a trade to get T. Higgins because I really needed a wide receiver. No, I didn't have him before because I had Caleb Williams. And Caleb Williams had a bad season, so I traded Caleb Williams and some other people to get T. Higgins, and in that trade, I got freaking Anthony Richardson, and I'm a little upset about that. Oh, Alchemy EX. After he had that record-breaking year. Oh man, did you unload it right away or did you hold it? Because he had not a great... He didn't have a bad year, but he didn't have as good as the year last year. And I'm starting to see that when it comes with football, the value of the cards actually matter how the real player in real life plays. So, and that's pretty wild. Magmar, Wooloo. Could you imagine if Pokemon, they had like an ongoing show, and in the show, let's say it's Charizard, and all of a sudden Charizard just gets bullied and like beat by Weedle? Let's just say that. Like, I'm just theoretically speaking here. And then because he got his ass beat by a Weedle, all of a sudden, all of Charizard value goes down. Could you freaking imagine that shit, bruh? Like that would be wild. And I believe, nice. So if you check right now what that card is worth versus what you sold it for, is it less? Did you make more when you sold it than what it's worth now? Because I want to see if that was a good idea by selling it or holding it. Because sometimes it's good to hold it, and sometimes it's good to get rid of them. Alright, so we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pack in my hand. So only 7 packs left, man, and we haven't hit that much. So that's why I'm really thinking that after a few weeks, people are going to realize, like we've been saying, that the hit rate is not as good as people say it is. As I pull my third Lily's Clefairy EX. I now have 3 of these, and I'm looking at this one. And this one's off center a little bit to the left and has a little ding. So I now have 3 of these Lily's Clefairies. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll definitely trade one with you, bro. But you know what card I want. Want that Articuno. Mine raw was like 50 to 60. It's like 20 now. Yeah, see that shit? Look at that, bro. He sold it on an up year raw for $50 to $60, but now it's only worth 20 because he had a bad season. That's crazy. Shelmet, Shelagon, Milcerny, Escavaler, Electrode, Valcarana, Postwick. Now I have 3 of these! Come on, man. Give me some variety. Come on. Yo! But that's not bad because stuff like this, like Chronic, and I could take one of my other Clefairies, Lily Clefairies, and I could probably trade this for something else I don't have. Like, oh my god, come on. Give me something else, bro. Like, I'll take a top 20 card. I don't care as long as it's something different. I don't need 3 Lycanrocks. You want a Lycanroc too? Do you have a Lycanroc? I'll throw that in there. Let's just keep driving up the value of what I'm about to send you. Like, Jesus. Slokovet, Matang, Noibat, Rockruff. I'm definitely grading one of those. One of those each is getting graded because it'd be stupid if I didn't. I'll look at them, and whichever one's the best ones, I'm going to send those to get graded. So that's 2 cards that I'm sending to get graded. Plus the Jaden Daniels I'm going to get graded. So it looks like I'm going to have another 4 or 5 cards to send off to get graded. Woper, Trainer, Whalmer, Zora, Marowak, Trainer, Vizarin, Sheetlin, Pancham. Oh! Oh! Bruh. 4? What do I need 4 for? This one looks immaculate, though. I think this is the one I'm going to get graded. This one has, like... Oh, this one. What, sending like 3 or 4 of them off? Better chance for a 10 then? Just send all of the Clefairies? But I think this one's going to get graded. This one looks really good. And you know what? Let me look. Yeah, they all have that. This one, the back end. This one looks pretty good too, man. So now I got 4 of those freaking Lily. I'm telling you, that Lily's Clefairy better gain value because then I'm going to be like, I got 4 of them bitches. Yeah, the centering on that one that I just pulled looks really good. I might want to like mark it somehow. I don't know if I have like a piece of tape or something that I could kind of mark it. I might change this to the black backed gaming sleeve. That way I'll know which one it is. Bro, when I saw the 2-star and then I was like, oh shit, could it be? And then I saw the pink, I'm like, oh shit, could it be? I even threw the card too. Shouldn't have did that. Delmise, Comfy, Rishram. 2 packs left. 2 packs left. Two packs left. Duramaka, Fungus, Clink, Lotad, Hop's Choice, Articuno, Postwick, Dubs Drool, Geodude, and Zoric EX. Alright, I don't think I have that one. Last pack magic, man. Come on. Come on. Should I just throw the cards up in the air and see what the... Oh, that's funny. Fire energy, if that matters. Paris, Wingle, Snubub, Shelmet, Cornite, Bennett, Pangoro, Carablast, Toadscruel, let's see. Wailord. Hollow Wailord. Alright. Well, I said that I wasn't getting any hits, and then I got more hits. They're just more hits of the same hits. So, where did it stop? Right here. So, 34 packs last on Friday got me all these. Look, there's 2 of those Clefairies right there. And Zoroark, which I might send that one off to get graded, because I think that one looks pretty good, too. The centering on this looks pretty decent. That might get off to, that might get sent to get there. There's 1 Lyranok. Remember, 2 Clefairies, 1 Lyranok, and then I got 2 Salamence EXs. This was all on Friday. 35 packs today. I got 2 more freaking Clefairies, so that's 4 total. 2 more Lyranocks, so that's 3 total. I got the Marketus, the Marmoroswine EX, and Hops Wooloo. So I'm going to look at these and see which ones are really good. I'm going to probably send a bunch of them to go get graded, because I have a feeling, like I said, you know, these cards I got through opening packs, so if they grade 10s, they're going to be great trade pieces. So, still, again, this was the big hits of the weekend, trading a lot of my cards for this shit, and some decent cash. So now I technically have no inventory. So pretty much everything you just see me opened is my inventory, plus, you know, what I have in my trade binder. Well, actually, no, not my trade binder, my other binder. So, I don't know, I might decide to get rid of more cards. I don't know if I just want to keep pushing cards to buy stuff. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have a feeling I'm going to get burnt out eventually of this, and things may change here. I don't know, maybe I might stop. I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely going to get into more gaming now. I am going to have more products open once my brother sends me, because I know he has... yeah, man, it's awesome when you go to a card show, man. Everyone's there having a good time, and, you know, it's just, there's a lot of people on. I know how you are around people and stuff, so, but everyone's there. A lot of people are really nice. Like I told you, just walk around, and if people don't look, like, inviting, just keep it pushing, bro. If somebody introduces, hey, how's it going? Enjoying yourself? Having a good time? Da-da-da-da. Strike a conversation. Okay, well, this and that, and, you know, what are your rates? You know, do you have a set rate? Does it vary? You know, what is the difference between your cash and trade values and this and that? And just get a feel for it. If they're just like, oh, da-da-da-da. A lot of the times it just depends on the card. If the card is good and they're going to get good value out of the thing, they'll go as high as 90. Like, I got 87 on the first set for my good cards, and then everything else I got 80, which, you know, he took a lot of trash. So you kind of got to, like, outweigh the good and the bad. You're not going to get 90% every time. You're not going to get 80% every time. Some people only do 70, 75%. So, but what's cool is a lot of them have it on there. Trade value 90%, up to 90%. You know, cash this percent. You know, some of them have this. You didn't have to ask. So, but it's a lot of fun, bro. Everyone's there for the same thing. They're having a good old time, you know, and there's so much product, so much shit. It was cool. They had The guy that voiced Kratos was there. Christopher Judd was there. Something that pissed off a lot of people, the voice actor of Goku, like the main guy, was supposed to be there. He canceled the day before. And there's a lot of people that came down probably just to see that, and he canceled the day before. Waka Flocka Flame had a concert there at 2:30, but we had left just before that. He was on stage. He sung a couple songs. And it had other like anime voice actors there. I didn't know very many. I think the guy from Soul Leveling, one of the main guys from Soul Leveling, was there, and a couple other characters. I don't remember. I didn't really go over it. And then there was a lot of vendors, selling shit. Like I said, we got the T-shirts. Here, let me show you. Is it close? No, they're actually hung up. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm in my boxers right now, bro. I'm at home. You can't see me, but I'm in my boxers. I don't think y'all want to see me get up in my boxers. Even if you send it, I'm not sending it anyway. The fact that you would want to see me in my boxers is pretty disturbing. So yeah, thanks for hanging out today, guys. Did you get WrestleCon tickets? Yeah. I bought when they had them on sale for like $40 for the whole weekend or something like that. We just bought it for the whole weekend. I think it was like $40 or $50. Like it said, buy now for the whole entire weekend. We bought the whole weekend. That way we can just go whenever we want. So yes, we have WrestleCon tickets for the whole weekend. The 3-day passes for World. Since it just made sense, exactly. Because you never know if you wanted to go a little bit, and then like, hey, in like 4 hours, another wrestler is coming, but you were hungry, you want to go to lunch, you go to lunch real quick, you can come back. Like, you didn't have to worry about it. You had the whole weekend pass, you can kind of go whenever you want. So, yeah, bro, I can't wait. I cannot wait, man. I already knew, and I know I talked to you. It's just gonna be us. I'm almost certain Trav's not going. He just did a move and things happening and stuff like that. I just didn't want to bring it up to him because I knew he really wanted to go. Yeah, Nate, I cannot wait. I'm getting more and more excited. I am dealing with some physical things right now. I have lost a decent amount of weight, and it's causing other issues with like my sciatic, and I've been having troubles with my hips and sciatic nerves and back tightening up, and I've been dealing with that for a couple of weeks. I'm hoping to get that under control because I know there's going to be a lot of walking. Usually when I'm walking, I'm good, but if my back starts tightening up when I'm walking, it just makes everything hurt, and it's just not good. So I'm hoping it doesn't bother me sitting in those seats. I might have to be getting up and walking up to like where I can stand for a little bit and just walk around. So it is what it is, I just gotta fucking deal with it. It's crazy how everyone says, "Oh, you just lose weight, you're gonna feel great, all the pain's gonna go away." But that's not true. People who have never been big and lost weight, they don't know, And I've had multiple doctors tell me that when you lose a certain amount of weight fast, your body has to like relearn how to hold itself, like your muscles and your bones and shit like that. And unfortunately, due to my last car accident, I have 3 or 4 herniated discs in my lower back. And the fact that I've lost like almost 30 pounds in the last 2-3 months since January, yeah, my body's trying to relearn how to hold itself up with herniated discs, and it's causing my sciatic to go fucking insane. So I've been buying like different types of pads and things to lay on and doing all these fucking stretches, and this weekend in Fort Lauderdale was rough. I can't stand for longer than like 10 or 15 minutes without my legs going numb and shit, and it's not good. So it's just something I got to deal with. I don't care. We're going to WrestleMania. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to enjoy this time, and then whatever I got to deal with physically after that, it is what it is. Yeah. It's just a lot of those lines for standing. I don't think I'm going to have to do it, man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. So, it don't matter. Like, I don't care. I'm not going to stop you or my wife from having a good time. If I got to go sit down in a corner and you guys get in line to go get an autograph or a picture, that's fine. Like, I'm not going to, I don't want to be the reason to hold anybody back. But I'm going to, bro, if I got to freaking take pills and painkillers, I'll be taking my muscle relaxers. I got this new pad that I just laid on today. When I came home, my back was super tight. Everything was hurting. I laid on this pad for 15 minutes, and I got up, no pain. So let's hope. I might go lay on it again. Let's hope that it helps. But regardless, we're going to WrestleMania. We're going to have a good time. Whatever happens, happens. I cannot wait. I'm so curious on what these stories are going to do. I'm hearing a lot of hate with the Jay and Gunther thing because of the way they've been pushing this storyline. They're really fumbling the ball with that storyline. I'm just curious to see what's going to happen, man. Are they going to give Cena his 17th? Are they going to hold back for some reason? Is The Rock going to turn on Cena because of the way he's been acting about stealing the damn championship belt? You know, over the past years, anyone that threatens to take the belt, they don't get the belt. So, I don't know. Maybe some other further shenanigans are going to happen that's going to cause John not to win. And then maybe he wins it at SummerSlam instead or some shit like that. Maybe he goes after the World Heavyweight after this one and wins that. I don't know. I'm hoping that happens because... And who leaves with Paul Heyman? Yo, check this shit out. Okay, real quick, let's talk about this. I know I've been seeing some rumors, and this would be diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. Okay? That's been a really good freaking word since this whole Kendrick and Drake shit going down. Alright? I've been seeing some shit. What if Seth Rollins wins the triple threat match and becomes the newest Paul Heyman guy? Paul Heyman turns on both Punk and Roman and sides with Seth Rollins. That would be insane. That would be insane. That would make me happy because I'm a Seth Rollins fan. I'm a newly interjected, if that's the right word to use here, Roman Reigns fans, you know, since he kind of flipped. CM Punk is CM Punk, he's cool and all that stuff, but I have a feeling, what if Paul Heyman sides with Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins is going to be the new Paul Heyman guy? That would be crazy. Or what if it's someone completely different? That would suck. Because to save all of them, because if you have any one of those guys pin any one of those other guys, that's going to severely elevate one and severely drop the other one, in my opinion. So what if there's a fourth? What if it's fucking Brock Lesnar coming back? And he just annihilates all three of them? That would be insane. What if it's Braun Breaker? Really? I don't know, man. Let's see. Because if he goes away with Roman or Punk, that's just too obvious. It's like, alright, well, he sided with Punk this whole time. Punk's the real Paul Heyman guy. Okay, they see that coming. But if he leaves with Seth, or if there's a fourth person that comes in to interfere and just annihilates all of them and he leaves with them instead, that's going to be diabolical. And then that'll set up some future shit, like with SummerSlam and stuff like that. And who knows, man? They're promising that this year is going to be just as holy shit as last year was, if not more. So, let's see. Let's just see. All we can do is what they say, let Papa H cook. I hope he can cook. I think the lack of good story and matches will be made up in match quality. Hope so, man, because if Jay wins on some bullshit, and he's not going to get taken serious, and I have a feeling that this could be his downfall. Like, this could be pretty much his downfall, so. Alright, well, I'm going to get out of here. I'm pretty sure the wife's hungry. Probably going to do something for lunch here. I'll holler at y'all later. Thanks for hanging out with me, SteelsBeGaming. I should be back to my normal Friday next week. Depending on if I get any packages from my brother, will depend on if I'm gaming or opening packs. probably be gaming. I might be gaming Monster Hunter. We'll see. I'm still debating about getting Assassin's Creed Shadows. I might do that and start streaming that from the get-go. If you're new, please follow, help me out, support the channel. If you're not, if you've been riding with me for a while, I appreciate y'all. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.